Hey guys, how's it going? Right, I'm going to do some debunking with some equipment, yeah? As over the last few days, I've been watching videos, and I do not really believe that some of the actual responses from certain devices are not giving true spiritual evidence. So I thought I'm going to do like a little test run today. I was originally going to do it with just a Rem-Pod. I'm also going to do it with my DC box, which is this item here. A DC box is more similar to this one. It's just a cut down version, a bit like this one. The only thing is that the antenna keeps sliding down because the glue's come undone on it. Because if I put it up, no, it just slides down. I might be able to do it. I don't know. I'll try it like that. If it keeps sliding down, I'll go back onto this one. Same device. It's just like, you know, I put it into a power sensor device. You know, I do have one here as well, a different version with a static detector. But as long as I've got one that works, that's the main thing. What I'm going to do is try to debunk some of this. By showing you what kind of things I'm going to be using. Now, I do know for a fact that if you have an energy saving light, right, and you turn that on while the Rem-Pod's on, it will affect the Rem-Pod. I know that because I've seen it happen on many of my streams, and you know, I've even said, right, that is because I just turned the light switch on. You know, a normal light bulb doesn't seem to do it, but energy saving light bulb does affect a Rem-Pod, right? Now, also, I don't want people taking and copying my video. You know, I have given one person permission to use it if he needs to, but I do not want people using my video to do their own video in debunking. If you're going to debunk the stuff, you do it in your own way and use different, you know, techniques, you know, different devices. Because it won't be fair on me if you're going to start debunking stuff and saying that you're the one who found out that this item sets off the Rem-Pod when I've already done it. So, you know, play fair, okay? Hi, Pearl. I'm not going to be reading chat. I'm not going to say hello to everyone, so otherwise I'm going to get kind of like lost in my own little world of blabbing. Well, I'm going to be blabbing anyway, but I'm going to get lost in what I'm actually trying to do. So, okay, I've got Rem-Pod here, as you can see. It's turned off. Now, it is a little bit more sensitive because the antenna broke. And, you know, I didn't have the funds to send it back and get it repaired. Because time I'd done that, it would have cost me enough money to buy a new one anyway, which I didn't want to do. So, right, you can see. Anything that goes near it, including your hand, it'll set it off, okay? Right, so I'm going to use like 3 different mobile phones. I'm going to use a K2 meters, a couple of radios, my Seek thermal, and maybe a couple of flashlights, and see what happens. Right, so, okay, the mobile phone, Nokia E5 is not setting that off. Now, I don't know how old that battery is on there. It's one of the cheap ones. So I'm going to quickly see if I've got a new one which hasn't been opened. And quickly change that over. I don't think I've actually got any more. And I apologise, I should have done something before I started, but I've only just thought about it. No, I don't seem to have any. I've got to buy some more. So anyway, I've also got something else I need to get out because I've proven that this does set this off last night. While I was talking to a few people, was actually trying to debunk a couple of these things last night. Well, was actually trying to debunk the Rem-Pod. But I thought, as I'm doing the Rem-Pod, I might as well do the DC box and the Trifield meter. The Trifield meter I'm going to do later. So I'm going to turn the DC box on. And again, you know, What's that here? Yeah, the antenna's come apart, so I'm going to change that over. Sorry about that. I'll use my other one. Great starting it, eh? Well, you're always going to have technical issues anyway. Right, so turn it off and on. I don't think it's spiritual. Well, let me just turn the TV off because it could be the TV. And if that keeps doing it, then I'll go back onto this one. Right, that's interesting. Right. Okay, let's use that one. Right, that's the antenna for the DC box. That's the same thing as the other two I just got out, you know, DC box on there and DC box on there. The static detector's going off, so I'm going to turn that off. Right, okay. Right, so try the mobile phone. You know, the mobile phone is like quite close to it, it's setting it off. And I think because that's sent off, it may be setting off as well. Because like the Rem-Pod is building its own EMF barrier, and if two barriers are like conflicting with each other, they are going to be setting off each other. So let's just move this over a little bit. Actually, sorry, you can't see, can you? So I forgot to put the camera down. So the person who I've given permission to use this video later, you need to fast forward and, you know, just get to this bit. Right, I'm still getting something affecting that at the moment. What is, I do not know. It could be because the, you know, it's affecting that, or it could be because the it could be spiritual, I don't know. Right, okay. That. Yeah, I'm just like, all right, if there's any spirits, can you stop mucking around and let me get on with this, please? I may actually leave that one if it's going to keep going off. So I don't know why the other ones ain't working. You know, they were working just a minute ago. Let's turn that off for a minute. I'm going to go back to that one. So, Rem-Pod. Starting from the Rem-Pod from there, right? Rem-Pod. Mobile phone. Just press a few buttons. See when that's going off. Nothing. So Nokia won't shut it off, okay? And if I put it down here, it's not going off. The only time it go off is on right on top of it, like so, like a centimetre, a couple of centimetres away, then it'll shut it off. My Sony, not Sony, Samsung Mobile. Nothing at the moment, but we did try it last night and we did get a little bit of interference. It seems to be okay at the moment. Maybe he was getting a lot more spiritual interference than actual interference on hardware. That's because I actually hit the antenna with the phone in. I touched the antenna and there we go. So anything touching it will set it off. Right, an iPhone. Nothing on an iPhone. So sometimes like mobile phones won't shut it off. I do believe that if a text message comes through the mobile, it's sending off the frequency, and it has actually affected the Rem-Pod. But I'm not going to start sending myself messages because it's going to cost me money, and I ain't going to do that. So the phones I'll put over here for a minute because we're going to try the DC box as well. Vibration. that sets it off vibration. You just sort of tapped it. Vibration sets it off. Okay. So if that's sitting on the floor or near a table, and the table look a bit wonky, and you like accidentally knock the floor with your leg or your foot or your arm or your hand, any kind of vibration, if loud enough, will set it off. So that's me tapping on the table. Let's see if it happens if I bang on the floor. Yeah, but my foot has to be right near it, underneath it practically. Now, so banging, walking around on the floor sets it off. Right, I've got K2 meter. Nothing there. Around the side, nothing. Second K2 meter. Shit, I just dropped my. Second K2 meter. Nothing. Third K2 meter. Now I have noticed, I've seen on YouTube and on certain websites, there are two different K2 meters. The original one and a fake one. And the fake one tends to give you a little bit more kind of like results than the original one does. And the circuit board is slightly different. Now I don't know if this is going to work because my battery's flat on this, but we'll quickly try. Okay, nothing from the millimeter. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off and try to save the battery because I want to try it on that and the Trifield meter later. The Seek thermal. Nothing on Seek. Seek thermal, nothing. Got a flashlight on now. Made from a flashlight. Flashlight doesn't set it off. Turn this off. They call this a dark light, UV light. It's not all that strong, but you know, being a little bit light might set it off, and it's not doing nothing. So flashlights don't set it off. Audio recorders. Making on audio. Let's do a quick audio recording. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. Play. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6. Voice, you know, either through a recording or through your own vocal, doesn't set it off. Radios. I'm going to try a couple of radios. Radio antenna up. Right, note on that one. So far, you know, the Rem-Pod's keeping, you know, a good job for not being set off at the moment. I mean, little sound gym. So radio and voice doesn't set it off. No, just to make sure it's still working. So radios don't seem to be setting them off at the moment. Where's my keys? I just dropped some coins on the floor. Now it's going to get interesting in a minute because I've got a couple of things that will set it off. All right, Coot box, Ghost box radio. Go and get the key down. Oh, I've just got to turn it down. Wait a second. because I don't want to get done for copyright infringements on audio music. Right, so that's 3 ghost boxes we used, and not one has set it off yet. Okay, not one has set it off. Right, okay. What else is there? Done audio record, we've done 3 radios, millimeter. We tried 2, you know, the Rem-Pod and the DC box. A possibility, you know, it being close together, it will break the barrier and give off false readings. Now it's going to get interesting. Walkie-talkie. Will a walkie-talkie set it off? Oh yeah. A walkie-talkie sets it off. And it also sets off the K2 meters, as you can see. Right, so, you know, my hand, as you can see, is, well, approximately here. I'm going to move back a little bit. Say, like, over here. The thing is, you can't see the whole thing. As long as you can see the Rem-Pod, right, my hand is now, I say, approximately 3-4 way. I'm going to click on the walkie-talkie. There we go. Now that is actually setting off all of them. So I'll come over here, nearer to the door, further away. Now the K2 is lit up to like an orange, and the Rem-Pod is actually going off all 4 colours. And I'm doing is one little click on the walkie-talkie. Right, so the walkie-talkie definitely sets it off. So if someone's in a room with a walkie-talkie, the walkie-talkie will set it off. I'm actually going to go over to the back. You ain't going to see me, but I'm going to go over to the back mirror and try it that way. Right, here we go. I'm right at the back, and it's setting it off. And I'm about 15 foot away right now. If I was to stand on the bed or put my hand right at the back of the wall, and just to prove I'm at the back, you won't be able to see the K2 meters and the Rem-Pod go off, but at least you'll see that I'm right at the back of the bedroom. I should not drop the rubber band. Right at the back, my hand's touching the wall. Ready? You're going to hear them go off. You're going to hear the K2 meter click and go off, and you'll hear the Rem-Pod go off. I'm pushing on the button. Now, so even if I'm out, let me try outside in the hallway as well. Let's just find that rubber band, which is thrown away somewhere. Right, so I'm going to go outside. I'm even going to try to go all the way down to the bottom of the hallway, but I don't know if you're going to see me actually through the door. Right, I'll go to the bathroom. There we go. I'm outside my door at the moment, as you can see. Now down to the kitchen. Right near the kitchen now. Kitchen. Now down to the living room. Touching the living room door. So I've just proven to you guys that a walkie-talkie, it doesn't matter what room you're in the home, it will set the Rem-Pod off. K2 meters, it probably send them off, but only slightly, depends on how far away you are. Okay, a magnet, will a magnet set it off? This is quite a strong magnet actually, it's a 40 kilo pull. Well, no, but it pulled the antenna just then. Pulling the antenna slightly. Yeah, it's actually trying to pull the antenna towards it. Right, as I've got it here, K2 meters. You know, we all know magnets set off K2 meters. And I've even got a couple of small ones here somewhere. I did have. There's one here, little first light one. That one actually set it off. Well, actually it's setting off the little grey one there. But the black ones it's not. And I've got a little Udinian magnet here. There you go, that's actually setting off all the K2 meters. Because these are strong magnets. Oh shit, that fucking pulled that rather quickly. Now look, that just went off then. But it don't mean it goes off all the time. So it's a possibility a magnet can set off a Rem-Pod. Okay. And the final thing I'm going to use to prove that that can be set off by one other device. Now there's probably other stuff, you know, I could probably dig out and try, but I didn't have the time to hunting. Actually, like I did try a camera, turn the camera on, and just taking a random picture. And that does, not even the flash takes it, sets it off. But the next one will set it off, guarantee you. A plasma ball. Okay, so what's happened here? Right, okay, so how far? How far can a plasma ball set it off? Well, I'm going to bring it over here. So I've got to keep moving the camera around. If I don't do it, you ain't going to see it. So a plasma ball about 2.5 feet. About 2.5 feet, approximately. That is setting it off, as you can see. So if you've got a plasma ball about 2.5 feet away, it's going to set off your Rem-Pod. 100% sure on that. You can see it. Because a plasma ball does kick out a lot of EMF. Right, so done that one. I'm not going to go through all of these with the DC box. That's a static. Right, so now look. And that's way over here, and that is whacking it out. But it doesn't prove it's, I've turned that off and it's still going off. So let me get the other one. You know, the DC box is near enough the same technology as that. But my DC box is a little bit more sensitive. And they have to be on a flat surface. And it's best to actually use them without any kind of reflection. So I think the reflection is actually bouncing off the actual antenna. Now look, I'll just turn that on. over here. Let's go near the door. Near the door, no. But I'll say about 2.5 feet again. Send it off. So again, the DC box, which I've called it the DC box, which is a direct contact box, is actually near enough the same technology as the Rem-Pod. So it's going to do the same kind of thing. I'm not going to run through every single radio. Just going to turn a couple on and see if it gets any kind of effect. It's not really sent off because I think what's happening is that I'm putting the ghost box too close to the antenna, and because the antenna's broken, this one I've had to put a new one on and hot glue it. That is definitely going to be a lot more sensitive, and these are quite sensitive as well. Now, quick radio. I don't need to go all the way back to the back of the room. Stop it for a second. Just turn the radio off. Right, I'm about 3.5 to 4 foot away with me walkie-talkie. Setting the K2 meters off, but there we go. Depends on how I'm pointing the antenna, I suppose. Yeah. With the DC box, it's actually sent off about 3.5 to 4 foot away. So the DC box isn't as sensitive as the Rem-Pod is. Because otherwise, if it was, then the DC box would be going off all the time with the walkie-talkie. You can see the K2 meters are going crazy. The millimeter. Not really a millimeter. Oh, I've actually lost that little Medillion magnet. No, without there. So this is building a lot more kind of like EMF around the antenna. If I turn that one back on, now you've got to be up close to it. So, you know, the DC box is a lot more sensitive than that one, but that is kind of sensitive as well. Seek, thermal. No, I'm going to seek thermal. Flashlight. Name flashlight. Black light. Name on a black light because my hand was more near the antenna than anything else. So name on black light. K2 meters. Name of the K2 meters. The only reason why you're hearing it bleep a little bit expands, getting too close to the barrier, the EMF barrier. What else is there? The audio recorder. Turn on the audio recorder. Right, on the audio recorder. If I play the last recording.
1, 2,
Right, on the audio recording.
5, 6.
So that's the DC box and Rem-Pod kind of debunked, as you know. A magnet may set it off. There's the other magnet actually. Just found it. Let me put it. I'll put it on. Nothing. It's not setting it off. You see that? You haven't actually seen it, was you? The note on the seek, note on the audio. The walkie-talkie, as you know, was doing it. Getting the Trifield meter. Battery's gone on this now. So I can't use the Trifield meter anymore because the battery's completely whacked out. Camera. Flash doesn't do nothing. Camera. Actually, yeah, the lid that hit that then. Starting from the camera. Ghost box. Note from the ghost box. Draw one more ghost box. Two more ghost boxes. I'll find the bloody key again. And don't forget, as I say, the Trifield, the DC box is similar to the Rem-Pod, so it should roughly give that near enough the same results. Just gotta wait for it to stop on that frequency. Otherwise, I'll get done for copyright infringements, as I say. So note on that. I'll just turn the volume down so we keep turning it on and off. And one more ghost box, the ghost box. Like on that radio. So really, it gives near enough the same on each of those. You know, the radio doesn't do it. The K2 meters don't do it. Possibly a magnet may do it. How about an EM pump? Ignore the K2 meters for a minute. EM pump, not really, no. But we all know, you know, an EM pump will set off like the K2 meters. You don't know, we know now. What else is there? Let's turn these off. So again, with the Rem-Pod and the power sensor, not the power sensor, the DC box, a walkie-talkie and a plasma ball definitely set them off. From 2.5 feet up to like 60 feet, I suppose, because that's how long my hallway is for that. Probably 50, 60 feet away with a walkie-talkie. That's with the Rem-Pod. With this one, the DC box, the walkie-talkie was sending it off around about 4, maybe 5 foot away. So it wasn't giving that much of a false reading than that one was. K2 meters, as you saw with the walkie-talkie and the Trifield, walkie-talkie and the Plasma ball was setting off the K2 meters as well. Same as with the EM pump, and that was setting off the K2 meters on the catalyst go out. The magnet, as I say, like, you know, a magnet will set the K2 meters off, but it's not setting off the Rem-Pod or the DC box. Well, actually, it does. That's weird. I suppose it depends on how strong the magnet is. Because this is a like 20, 40k pull, something like that. Let's try this one again. Could have been when the angle got a bit too close. Oh, I think the battery might be running out on that one. Unless we've got something spiritual around us. Anyway, let's stop doing these ones. I'm going to go on to the Trifield meter now. A magnet possibly can set them off, put it that way. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it does, but it's a possibility. I need to have a drink. Where's my bottle of drink on? Right, so Trifield meter. What does the Trifield meter do? Right, move those out of the way. Right, Trifield meter is going on some, and some means it picks up electronic and magnetic. Okay, let that settle down for a second. Look, I've only just picked up the magnet and it's already setting it off, and I'm like about 1.5 to 2 foot away. So a magnet near a Trifield meter is definitely going to give you false readings. K2 meter, nothing really. Possibly if you get a little bit too close to it, it might give you a false reading, but you've got to be very close to it. Well, we tried a magnet. Let's try a small magnet. This is a ferrite one, and you've got to be kind of close with that to affect it. A Medillion one. Whoa, look at that, Medillion. Now, a Medillion one is stronger than these ones. These are ferrite as well. But the reason why that's giving out more interaction with that, because that picks up probably about a couple of grams. This picks up like 20 to 40 kilos. So, like, you know, there's a big difference between grams and kilos, and that's setting it off crazy. This will probably pick up maybe 250 grams to 500 grams. So if you've got a couple of these hidden inside of the toy, you know, like a doll, a teddy bear, you know, anything that you can hide this in, and you put it near the Trifield meter, you're going to get false readings, and you're faking stuff by doing that. Not saying that people do it to fake shit, but you never know. If they want that activity and they think, oh, I'll put a magnet in, it might attract more attention. Well, it might do, but the thing is, you've got to realise that if you're going to put devices, you're going to get false readings. Right, ghost box. Right, ghost box is actually sent off a little bit. I'm getting a 1 on it. A little bit more, a 2. So between the 1 and the 2 on Rose's box. Sandium. Again, about a 1. No, I don't know if I can get that camera closer. Let me just try getting it a bit more closer. You can see the actual readings. So the ghost box, you know, the 0.1 or a 1. meter.K2 meters, as we know. DC box, will that set it off? Not really. Maybe a slight fraction of 0.5, 0.5. About an EM pump. Yeah, an EM pump definitely sets that off. Let's turn the EM-K2 meters off. Yeah, an EM pump set that off. And this is a weak battery in there as well. So if I had like stronger batteries like Everready or Duracell, that'd probably be giving double the amount of you know, reading on that. What else is there? Camera. Night on the camera. Audio recorder. Now, audio recorder's got magnets in, so it is actually affecting it a little bit. Play that audio.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, the magnet inside that is actually affecting it slightly. Right, the Medilia magnet. I think we tried, but there we go. Well, all that just went up to like 10, 15 on there. So to say, if you've got a toy or anything with magnet in, that's definitely going to go crazy if it's near to it. Mobile phones. Yeah, mobile phones send it off a little bit. Don't forget, mobile phones got like little magnets in as well. Some of them have anyway, like for the vibration. iPhone. Not really on the iPhone, unless I start waving it. The iPhone is not really doing much. Got to be right beside it to do anything. Now, the Samsung. Oh, there we go, look. So a mobile phone actually can set that off and give you false readings as well. Walkie-talkie. Let me just make sure I've turned those ones off. Right, walkie-talkie turned on. Well, like that. Whacked it right over the top twice. To prove the walkie-talkie is on, I turned it off and turned it back on again.
Power on. 1.
So if I go near to the door and do it. And that's right near the door. I can't see what it's giving. It's probably around about 4 or 5 maybe at least. And the last thing is a plasma ball. Actually, I've got like another kind of battery here, which we could have tested, but I didn't think that battery would do anything. Right, a plasma ball. Yeah, but it's got to be like really close. Like if you have it like 2 foot away, you know, it's still affecting it a little bit, but not as bad. So a plasma ball can affect it a little bit, which I'm surprised is only giving a little bit, because this, you know, the plasma ball gives out EMF and static, and it's supposed to pick up EMF and static as well. So why it's not picking up that much, I don't know. But it proves it can pick it up anyway, however close it is. And that's it really. I just wanted to do the video to debunk it, because I have been watching a few videos over the last few days, and camera. Sort the camera out again. Hold on, guys. No, I'm not pointing that to any particular people, so I'm not. Don't think I am, because I'm not. I've watched a few videos over the last few days, and people saying, "Wow, look, you know, it's going off, it's going off." You know, but they don't realise that some equipment that they use will affect other equipment. And I've just proven to you, like, you know, a walkie-talkie and a plasma ball will set off Rem-Pods, will set off Trifield meters. I only tried to attempt to see if this would actually cause any like issues by getting some kind of like static or feedback or anything else from any of the devices, because that would be well too time consuming. Yeah, there's another item I didn't try. Walkie-talkie, baby monitor. That's not really giving much on the Trifield meter. Let's try the DC box. Not the DC box, the Rem-Pod. So baby monitor doesn't really affect it. Not really affecting the DC box. It's because I'm making the antenna go nearer to the antenna. K2 meters, quickly turn them on. Make me that one. Make me that one. And make me that one. So that's really concluded the little experiments on debunking, actually. You know, so I've been watching a few videos and they're getting like hits left, right and centre, but it's kind of strange that, you know, I'm not saying that people are trying to make it look like, you know, it's paranormal, because sometimes it could be paranormal, but the thing is, it's kind of strange that things go off when one person walks out of the room and the other person is in a room. And I'm not pointing this at to any particular people, because there's several videos I've been watching where people have been like a group of people, 2, 3, 4, and, you know, they've gone out of the room and another person said, well, can you set that off? And suddenly it goes off. Now, why doesn't it go off when all the people are in the same group, you're in the same room? Kind of a little bit suspicious in one way. But hey, you know, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it could happen. You know, some spirits might not set a device off because they don't like a certain person asking, and once that person decides to leave the room because he's getting a little bit bored, he wants to go to the bathroom or make a cup of coffee, that person could leave the room, and you know, activity might occur on devices. Oh, shit. Look at fucking texting me. So, can devices manipulate other devices? Yes, you've just seen it. I've proved it. Yeah. You know, someone could have a walkie-talkie on their hand or on their body, you know, covered with a coat or a jacket or a t-shirt, and they could just be walking out of the room and accidentally press the antenna, or not the antenna, but the talk button, and it could be setting off devices. Or they could be, you know, generally talking from one place to another place, like in location. One could be in the kitchen, one could be downstairs in the attic, and the REM-Pod could be in the kitchen with the other person. When they start talking with the walkie-talkies, that could set off the REM-Pods and possibly other devices such as the Trifield meter and stuff like that. I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode. I'm getting a bit fed up with all these messages. I don't want power off, I want airplane mode. Cancel. No, even... Oh, shut the fuck up. This is what I don't understand. I put it on airplane mode and I still get notifications through G+. You know, even like EM pumps, they can give false readings on K2 meters. Even magnets in toys can give false readings on K2 meters. I just showed you, I just proved it to you. And I'll keep losing that little medallion. Oh, look, this is just a small magnet. You know, let's see. And if you've got magnets hidden in dolls, and this is a way to sell horny dolls, I guarantee it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to show you something. Yeah. Right. People say, well, I get K2 hits off of horny dolls. Right. Okay. I'm going to put this right here inside the top. Right. It's right there. Okay. It's hidden from view. They could even like stick it, take the head off or the arm off and stick inside the doll itself. Right, if there's any spirits in this doll, can you light this K2 meter up? Change this K2 meter. If there's any spirits in this doll, can you light the K2 meter up? Have I proven the point now, guys? There's any spirits attached to this doll, can you make this K2 meter light up? Now, let's just pull it there for a second, yeah? Right. Okay, it's not setting off at the moment. But if you pull it right near the actual magnet itself, I suppose, if the... No, I suppose after a little while, you know, the magnet will set it off. And it, right, yeah, K2 meter slides a little bit. Now, I've seen videos where they're selling horny dolls and they're just holding the K2 meter. Like so. It's not actually sitting on the doll, they're actually holding it. So it's like, you know, really on top of the magnet. And you see it's going off, you know, and they're videoing that saying, look, you know, haunted doll. Buy this haunted doll for $150. It came out and connected to the actual K2 meter. So, you know, that's how they attempt to like rip you off on eBay. Now, if I had 2 or 3 magnets on there, to come off again, if I had 2 or 3 magnets in there, you know, these K2 meters go obliterating. And, you know, although, like, if I move it around, like, see, you can see, if I put it on top, it doesn't go off. But if you have, like, 2 or 3 magnets in there, I'll guarantee you it'll go off. Just so I can't be bothered hunt for some more of these little Mendelian ones. Let me try something else. Let me get this big magnet. I'm just going to put it under her arm. See, that's what I don't understand. You know, with it on top, it might not go off, but if you're actually holding it, it goes off. Yeah, you can see. So unless the dowel is being moved around slightly, which you can't really tell, which can be done, then, you know, the K2 meter will give you false readings if it's got any kind of like magnetic thing inside it, you know, being one of these Mendelian magnets. So I just wanted to point that as like a fact. Things can be faked, and I don't fake my shit. You know, when you see the dowels, when I bring my dowels in, you see them laying there, and I put the K2 meters. If people still have problems thinking that, I'll actually take all the clothes off. The only thing I won't do is take them apart, because I've never taken the dowels apart. I've actually repaired 1 or 2 regular ones, but I don't need to fake things. I'm just doing this to prove to you it can be faked. That just went off then. So when you're watching videos, you've got to think, well, hang on, kind of suspicious that it's going off all the time. Well, if a spirit has got a lot of energy, then yeah, they will actually set off the devices if the devices are generally, you know, like true in nature, and you know, there's nothing attached to the dolls, and the dolls are just like 100% pure as they came out of the box and not been tampered with. And you know, if spirits have actually attached themselves to the dolls, then you will probably get activity. But when you've got dolls and you're just trying to sell them, you know, quick to make a fast buck, you know, people can actually falsify by saying, look, you know, oh, is your name Samantha? Right, and then they move it away and they say, right, is your name like Thomas? And they hold it back, and then they move their arm slightly more, and it's going off. I'm not saying this is a case of, like, you know, of a true positive forgery, but it can possibly be done. So, you know, if you're going to buy dolls, just be wary that, you know, there could be something either true about it being actually haunted, or it could be falsified saying that it's haunted. That's why eBay stopped people saying haunted items on eBay, because people are selling dolls saying they're haunted, or any kind of object which is haunted, and people have been buying them and they're getting them and they're getting nothing. But even if you buy a haunted doll and they prove to you it's haunted, because you've bought it, it doesn't mean that that item, whether been haunted, is going to get to you and, you know, give you activity like it's shown on video. You know, there's a possibility that that spirit may have detached itself because it knew that it's going to be sold on and moved to no location. And maybe that spirit don't want to be moved on to a location, and they decided to detach themselves from that object and move themselves onto another object in that particular location of where they've been selling stuff. So again, I'm not saying that, you know, people are doing this to fake stuff. There's a possibility that they do it. There's, you know, I'd say, if I had to take a guess, probably about 20% people would probably fake something to make it look like it's haunted. You know, a real true investigator would not fake anything. Like I don't. Anything, you know, that happens, I try to debunk it. And that's what I've been doing, trying to debunk what is making these things go off. And that's what I've done. I showed you, you know, the magnet can be attached to a doll and it can give false readings making it like there's a spirit attached to it. You know, I know there's spirits attached to these dolls anyway. As you've seen, like last night, the K2 meters were going off. The only one that wasn't going off was Tina, because she don't like K2 meters. She won't, you know, muck around with them. She won't play with them. She just doesn't like them. I think it's I think she thinks it's just like a childish little toy kind of thing, and she don't like them. But you know, Samantha, when I got her from Cat, I saw, you know, evidence that she was given like K2 hits and hits from the millimeter and other kind of devices. And you know, when I got her, I'd done a stream with her, and I was actually getting responses from her. And Kat said, "Well, yeah, you know, that's because, you know, she likes using devices." And she still does play with them. As you saw last night, she was mucking around with the K2 meter. Now, I don't need to put things in the dolls to get like hits, because that's just like faking shit. And I said, I don't fake shit. But people will probably say, well, now you've done that video, how do we know you're not faking it? So I'm giving you my word as a human being, a gentleman, and a paranormal investigator. There are other things I want to try to do, like some debunking on, but I've got to think of what to do next. You know, like I did have another device, but it's getting way too much feedback. I've got like a little mini amplifier with a little microphone kind of thing. Sonic Ear it's called, and it's just like a boom mic. And I tell you, man, even with the cable extended, you know, it was still giving feedback. So I don't really want to be using that. If it wasn't giving feedback, then I could have used the microphone on these devices as well. But I couldn't, because it was giving too much feedback. If you're going to buy anything haunted, yeah, off eBay or any website, check out their feedback. See what other stuff they've sold, and see what the actual buyer reviews are, because that way, if they've had stuff and they sold it to people in the past, and people saying, you know, I've had so much activity from this haunted item I bought, whether it being a watch, a clock, a pocket watch, a doll, you know, a spoon, jewelry, whatever, yeah, and that person's been getting a lot of positive feedback from people saying, yeah, I've been getting activity from them, then you know that they're a genuine they are a genuine seller of haunted stuff. But if you see someone selling stuff and, you know, they're getting like a shitload of negative feedbacks or neutral feedback, saying, well, like, yeah, I saw your video, you know, your K2 meters going off, but since I've had the doll, you know, I've had nothing whatsoever, then it's a possibility that they could be fraudulently selling items which they say are haunted, but are not haunted. But again, any of you see a video of a haunted item and the K2 meters going off the Rem-Pod or the millimeters going off, they could be selling the item as a haunted item, and when you get it, you know, either spirits vacated that item, that vessel, or they've probably decided to not give you no activity. They might have gone dormant, thinking, well, fuck you, you know, I'm not being sold for you to play around with and, like, you know, just get a little bit like recognition or proof that I'm haunted, you know, kind of thing. You know, spirits do whatever they want to do. And I've had like dolls from Rose where she said that, you know, she's been getting crazy shit from them. And, you know, I've seen the evidence that she's shown me, but when I've got them, nothing. Nothing at all. That doesn't mean that they're still not haunted. Maybe they are still on those items and just went dormant. Or maybe they detached themselves knowing that, you know, she was going to give them to me. Or some of the times, you know, I've had them and they have given me activity straight away. So there we go. Well, anyway, I hope that was kind of like informative to you in one way. Sorry I blab on too much, as I say, I do. Let's see what's said on side chat. Hello to Pearl, Ian. Sud Girl. Yeah, Tech Talk today, debunking. James. Yeah, also the fan can set off a K2 meter. Thank you for that. Here's a fan. Let's turn it on. One K2 meter. So a fan can actually set it off. Thank you for reminding me, James. Well done. Tap on the back for that. How about Trifield meter? Yeah, Trifield meter. The fan can be set off with a Trifield meter, or the Trifield meter can get set off with a fan. I just broke my fan now. Probably turn this on. Big possibility that it is setting it off. My fan keeps sticking for some reason. No, it's only because I'm holding it. No, don't seem to be setting that off. If you know of any other kind of thing that sets off K2 meters, write them down in the comments. So it'd probably be helpful to other people to understand that what kind of electrical or battery devices or whatever can set off other devices. But yeah, you know, we tried everything I can think of at the moment. I know an amplifier, a strong amplifier, will set off K2 meters. You know, I've proven that many times, and I'll quickly show you that again with the camera. So I'll get a K2 meter, turn it on, one amplifier. And I don't need to turn on the other two K2 meters because it'll do it. Battery's full now. What's the name? I think we did the what's the name ball. Yeah, we've done that with the Trifield meter, and we've done that with the K2 meters. I can't use this because it's not turning on, but I know the mil. Oh, actually, it's just turned on. It's not actually on. Let's turn on the 1.7, 1.5. So it's actually affecting the millimeter as well. It takes a few seconds for it actually affect it, but it does affect the millimeter, but it's not affecting the actual built-in K2 meter. So again, the only reason I've done this is to try to debunk things. That some things can be manipulated with other devices and give false readings. I'm not trying to down anyone and make them look like fools and fakers. So I'm not saying that in any way, form or matter. I'm just saying that if you've got devices right next to you, such as a plasma ball next to a Rem-Pod, it is definitely going to set the Rem-Pod off. So I've already proven it. And you know, you put a K2 meter next to a plasma ball, it's definitely going to set it off. It's even going to set off the Trifield meter. So it's just a proof of debunking and proving that, you know, you can get false readings on things, especially with walkie-talkies as well. You know, I showed you what it can manipulate and what it can set off just by pushing the button. You know, if I can think of other stuff to debunk, I will do a video on those later. But, you know, Orkney dolls, it's a possibility, yes, that they are haunted by some kind of like spiritual beings, but not every single doll is going to be haunted. You know, like Rose has the ability to sense what dolls may be haunted through, you know, looking on advertisements on eBay or websites. And, you know, when she buys them, she normally does get a lot of activity on them. And if she gets too much bad activity and she wants to get rid of the doll, she'll either give it to me or someone else. And she has actually given dolls out to a few people. So, you know, a spirit don't need to actually attach themselves to a doll. They can attach themselves to whatever they want to, whatever choose their fancy. Oh, I can't be bothered to untangle it. You know, they could be attached to a watch, clock, mobile phone, a gun, knife, bullet, whatever. And if they feel like they need to interact with you, they will do. If they don't, then they just keep quiet, stay dormant, and don't do nothing for maybe weeks, months, years even. That's weird. Not. So that's it. Well, let's carry on reading chat for a second, see what else there was said. Magnets can set off most things. Mobile phones can set off things. The plasma ball can set off things. A walkie-talkie or a CB radio or ham radio can set things off. Yeah, electrical cord has a force field around it. What else is there? Thank you for that, Cosmic Girl. Thanks for watching and subscribing. You know, like a lot of people have said, like, you know, they've been sitting here watching my videos for a certain long time and they've not really mentioned anything in comment. And I don't blame you, because there are a lot of trolls and a lot of shitsters and dramas out there, and sometimes it makes us want to close our streams down. But I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to be defeated. You know, I will try to carry on doing my paranormal, whether it being once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. But I won't be doing it 7 times a week like I used to. No bloody way. I think the most time would probably be like 3 times a week. You know, I'm not tired and, you know, I'm feeling up to it. But thank you for watching. And there are, you know, some other useful videos on my YouTube, debunking things and, you know, giving you information on technical issues, what kind of stuff to go out and buy for paranormal. You know, just do a search on YouTube. There's definitely going to be stuff there that may be interesting to you. I did do a video on, you know, the beginner's kind of guide on like what to buy for paranormal investigating. I can't remember what it is, but the main items you need for investigating is just 3 little items. Okay, one, meter.K2 meter. Okay, the second one is the camera. The other one I've got over here is a camcorder. You can buy these on eBay, and these are like full, well, not full spectrum, but infrared. You know, you can film on these at night time in the dark. You know, you get an okay video quality on playback if you're in the house, but if you're outside, you need like an external IR light to give you that more of a, you know, picture quality image, and to pick up, you know, further afield, because like, you know, this will pick up fine indoors, but when you're outside, you'll be lucky to pick anything up on video within like 10 feet away from you. So you do need an IR light to actually get something decent. Some of them has actually got just night shot, some of them actually have super night shot. But if you're in super night shot, do not move your camera around too quickly, because it will distort, it'll go blurry, and people ain't going to be able to see what you're filming. So if you're going to use super night shot, put it on a tripod and just keep it stationary, and just move it slightly, you know, time to time, different angles, and you should be able to get pretty good video. But if you're on super night shot and you're moving around, no one's going to be able to see on what you're capturing. But inside, you know, you won't need super night shot inside your home or residential or building, because like a normal night shot on here is okay. You can get these on eBay. This is a Sony DCR SR33, got 40 gig built-in hard drive. The IR light, which is built in, is there, I think. And if I quickly turn it on, all right, that is normal camera. But if I switch over, now it looks the same, but at night time that will go like a greeny colour, and it won't go greeny because there, look, you can see a slight difference. Let's zoom back out. It's hard to try to do it with my left hand. Change the camera over. Right, so that's on normal, and this is on night shot. See the difference? You get like a little kind of like glow there. Turn that off. So that's normal, and that's night shot. You'll see the difference when you actually play back the video. And as I say, you can pick these up for about £40–50 on eBay. Well worth getting. I've got about 4 or 5 of these different versions. One's like a 60, couple of 40 gigs, and one a 30 gig, you know, and I use them quite a lot all the time. You know, if I'm going to a residential, I take 4 or 5 with me. Never miss like locked off cameras. Or you can get like those hat cameras, which are a bit more expensive, which are converted into full spectrum, but they're like, you know, £70–80 just for like, it's like a £40 camera, but they've taken a filter out of the camera to make it full spectrum, to like make it a pinky kind of like colour when you're filming and taking photos. But they had like another 40 quid on top for doing it, you know. So they're worth getting, don't get me wrong, they're worth getting, because you know, you don't know what you're going to get on full spectrum. And I've caught some interesting stuff on full spectrum, as well as night vision as well. So, you know, K2 meter, a camera, even the camera's got like digital. This one's actually got night vision as well. I picked this up for about £100 actually, this one. And if I do the same thing, that's like normal colour, but on the side, right there, you've got a night shot, and you click that down, that's night shot now. And you can actually take photos and video on this. So that's night shot. That's, what does that say? Oh, let's turn that off again. illuminated subject using infrared in low light, then that's normal vision. So K2 meter, an audio recorder, a K2 meter, a camera, and a video recorder, or a camera that actually videos in night shot as well as like take photos. And if you're going to do like, you know, residentials, maybe a walkie-talkie. In total, to start off with, I reckon maybe, well, the K2 meters are about £60. You know, these are about 60. Cameras 100. Probably about 250, 300 quid, you know, to start off with. You can get cheaper stuff, you know, just a normal digital camera, you know. You can get stuff with a normal camera. I've caught stuff outside during daylight with a normal camera. You know, audio recorders, you can get different types, different makes, different models, different qualities. K2 meters, there's a couple out there. You've got the grey and the black one. You've got two versions of black. One is the original, one is like a knockoff, but they do the same thing. Just one's a little bit more sensitive to the other one. And that's it really. Just turn off this camera recorder. And also, you know, people started using baby monitors as well. Got the receiver in a room which is supposed to be active, and you're walking around, you know, communicating with them, and sometimes you hear voices come through the baby monitor. So, you know, baby monitor, cheap baby monitor, about 30 quid. If you want to go into full spectrum with different filters like ultraviolet, infrared, and all that other kind of stuff, you could get like one of these. These are like 300 odd quid. Originally it was 400, but there was a sale on Amazon. I've got it for 300. And I've got videos of that being used and showing, like, you know, what I've caught on different spectrums. Hello, Truth Paranormal. Yeah, I suppose everything is a gimmick, but, you know, different gimmicks give you different results. A brain and a recorder. You know, actually, you can actually ask questions just through your mind. You know, I've done it before. I've asked questions just by thought and not by speech. So, like, you know, let's say I could say, well, where did you come from? But not actually say it, but think it. And I've had replies on the EVP telling me where they come from. So thought is a, you know, the best tool, I suppose. Your mind, your third eye, and an audio recorder. Your mobile phone's got audio recorders built in, so you could probably use your mobile phone as a camera, video recorder, and audio recorder, video recorder, and a camera. Got that built in now. Truth Paranormal, the reason why I blocked you on your other channel was because you was pinging me, and I do not like to be pinged, you know, about pinging. So unless I know that you're not going to continue pinging people, I'll keep you open on this channel. Okay, I know you got points of view, you know, you got good knowledge on things, but don't come on my channel pinging, because that is one thing I do not allow. Even if it's a joke, I don't take it as a joke. You know, we've been suffering with pinging left, right, and centre. Okay, you got a video on your other channel saying, like, you know, you ping to see what your speed is, but again, I've proved to you that, you know, you got the ping of death that can send packets down and can cause serious damage to computers. So I proved that to you. So anyway, I'm not going to go any more on that. As long as you don't start pinging me, and, you know, you be good and responsible as a grown-up adult, which I think you can be, then I will keep you unblocked on this one. And if I see that you are behaving yourself, then later I'll unblock your other account. But for now, your other account's blocked. Not indefinitely, but for a short time until I know that you're not pinging people anymore. Even if it's a joke or not, I don't take that as a joke. Because you could have pinged my computer and you could have caused damage to my computer. And then you say, well, you know, normal ping only does data. Well, maybe so, but you admitted to people that you was pinging my computer. You admitted it. That's why I blocked you. K2s ain't waste of money because, like, you know, K2s are a pretty good investment. Sometimes they do give false readings, as I've proven, but sometimes, you know, if there's nothing electrical, magnetic, you know, you're in an empty room, a complete empty room, and you've got no power run from anywhere, and it goes off, then what's causing it to go off? And some of them are gimmicks, you know. People buy things to test them out and see what kind of like interaction we get from like spirits. You know, you might buy a device out there, you won't do shit, you won't get nothing out of it, and it's just a chance you take in it. You know, all the gear I've bought, you know, I'm not saying I'll get always, you know, hits on them, like the millimeter. Where is it? You know, they're built on K2 meter. I've seen people get hits on that all the time. I've only ever had 2 hits on it, and I've had this like a year and a half. So it's, you know, hit and miss. Anything you buy is a hit and miss. It's a risk you take buying things. That's why I said you review things. You know, if you review things and see that people get lots of like interaction with their equipment, then it might be a possibility that there is something attached to an item, or, you know, interacting with that particular device. And if they keep getting it, you know, and other people are getting like similar kind of responses, then something's interacting with it, and it's possibly worth buying it and giving it a go yourself. And then if you do buy it, you know, it don't mean that you're going to get the same interaction than anyone else is. You know, it's just, I suppose, time, patience, hope and faith. You know, give faith into the spirits and hope that they're going to interact with the device. And the thing is, you got to also explain to the spirits how it works. So, you know, you say to the spirits, this is generating like an EMF around its base, you know, and it picks up EMF energies, and spirits are supposed to give off an EMF energy. If you're able to touch that, you know, it'll change lights. And, like, you know, if they're touching it and it's going off, then it's possibly a spirit. Well, it's probably, you know, something magnetic that's causing it to go off. You don't know. I'm not going to go into, you know, too much detail on it. Main video was to debunk stuff, and I've done that. And this was supposed to be a short video, no more than half an hour, but because I keep reading chat and agreeing and disagreeing, PSP 7s, PSP 11s I bought because they looked good, and they have never given me no good EVPs, recordings whatsoever. You know, the Coop boxes that Steve Coop built me, I've had more responses on those than I've had with a PSP 7 and PSP 11. I've had more response on a Sandium, which I bought from America and hacked myself. And then when I bought it from America, I paid like £50 for the actual radio, £25 shipping. Then I got stung, and then another £25 import charges, £100 for a radio that was not hacked, but I hacked it myself, and I've got more stuff on that. A cheap Amiga radio, being those ones which you cannot get anywhere else. I sent one of these over to a Living Dead Paranormal because they had no radio. They did have, but it got broken. And I sent one of these, and they've had nothing but excellent response on these. And, you know, people saying, oh, you got more, you know, will you sell me one? I said, no, because I've only got one left, but will you sell me that one? I've been offered over £100 for this. I'm not selling it because it's the only one I've got left. And I've had some good response to that one as well. Not all the time, but you know, I'd say like 75% out of all the times I've used it, I've had some good response on them. And it's all, as I say, it's all down to the, you know, the spirits if they want to communicate with you, know, if they've got the energy and they're willing to communicate with you, you know. So yeah. It doesn't matter who told me it's pinging. It's like, no, it's available on Google. Go and Google search it. You know, pinging is a way of like disrupting someone's internet and closing their web pages down, and also like closing Hangouts down and video chats, and by sending like harmful packets, they can actually screw up a computer. But I'm not going to go on about pinging anymore because it's pissing me off, and I don't want to be blocking you on this one. So stop talking about pinging, please. Enough is enough about pinging. I don't need to tell you who told me you admitted it, but you admitted it. You actually admitted it on my live stream the other night. Several people saw you say, "Oh, I'm pinging Steve right now." And as I said, you can't ping me anyway because I've got several different types of security software on. And, you know, it's going to be hard for you to do it unless I've deactivated that. And sometimes I have to deactivate some software to do a live stream. But again, I'm not going on anymore about pinging. I've had enough about pinging. And, you know, any more talk about pinging, I'm going to block anyone who mentions pinging from now on. I'm not going to tolerate with it on my channel. So, you know, you've got to understand and, you know, you've got to accept the way I run my channel. And you also got to, what's that bloody word for it? Act responsible and oh, I'm trying to think that bloody long word. I can't remember that word. I can't think right now. You accept me and my channel the way it is. And by doing what you're doing, I don't like. And oh, I wish I could think of that fucking word. It's not like insulting me. It's oh fucking hell. It's like when my channel was like had to close down the other day or the other week because two people were arguing on my stream, and they were going cat and dog at it, you know, kind of thing. Oh, I can't remember what the word is. If they had any kind of respect for my channel, they wouldn't have done it anyway, put it that way. There is another word, but I just can't think of that bloody word. It's like an insult, you know, doing what they were doing and disrespect to me and making me feel like I was the person willing to let this argument go on when I wasn't. And I was getting messages left, right and centre to close the stream down, which I finally did. If I could think of the other word, I'd say it, but I just can't think of it. But it's down to respect, you know, kind of thing. You know, if you want to be here, you've got to respect me and my channel and not do things that's going to upset me. because if it upsets me, I will block your ass. Put it that way, bluntly. It does matter if you're joking or not, you know. Even if you admit it, you know, you shouldn't be admitting that your opinion. You know, you just do what you do. You're paranormal. You come on and respect my channel as a streaming channel, giving out, you know, knowledge, information, results, proof, whatever, and we'll all get along with each other. Even if it was a joke, you know, when you actually start joking around saying, well, I was doing this to this person, then they're going to turn around and think, well, you know, is he being truthful? And if he's being truthful and he's doing that to that person, then how do we know he's not doing it to other people? Then you're going to lose your viewers that way. You're going to lose your reputation for who you are, because even if it's a joke, you're admitting to something that you're doing when you might not be doing. And how are people going to realise and think if you're being truthful or not? So you've got to think of it that way. So it doesn't matter if you was joking or not. The thing is, you know, by saying what you was doing, people now got thoughts about, you know, well, if they are being affected through the internet because that P word, they now might think that you're one of the causes that is interrupting their streams. No, I'm not saying you are. We know who it is. Don't think we don't, because we do. Just we're not going to mention names, because, you know, what goes around comes around. Karma bites their ass, and they will be dealt with accordingly in a certain way. Okay, so you don't want to be a part of the drama. Don't go there. You know, just you know, do what you normally do. Your paranormal, your live stream. You know, come in, have a decent conversation, and we'll all get along with each other and have a fun time and learn from each other. And that's what this channel is about: learning, talking, making friends. You know, having a good time, having a laugh, giggle. You know, as long as you respect me and my viewers, then you've got no problems. You know, I know we can have a joke and, you know, a bit of a laugh, but when there's a subject coming on and we've been talking about it because it's affecting our streams, and you suddenly turn around and admit that you're doing it, even if it's like admitting to a joke, people are going to think, well, is he really joking? Is he really doing it? Is he part of the group that's doing it? So, you know, you got to think before you talk. And I know that's hard, because sometimes I'd fucking blab out shit and I don't even think what I'm talking about, but I know what I mean now, because, like, you know, when you're getting drama shit coming through your channel, it disrupts your channel and it takes away what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you know, I'm supposed to be debunking, because I'm now trying to, like, argue with you in a friendly way and not in a negative way. It's taking me away from what I'm supposed to be doing, and people don't like that. So that's it. So no more said. You know, last chance. Drop it and we'll get on okay. If you continue, then I'm going to have to block you on this one. It's my stream, my video, my time, and I'll do whatever I want on my channel. If you don't like it, then you don't have to come here. You don't have to be a part of watching me. You don't have to view me. You don't have to thumb me up, you know. You want to leave negative comments, so leave negative comments. It doesn't bother me because they get deleted anyway. The only thing I can't do is, like, show or find out who's actually thumbs up and downing me. You know, it shows me where they're coming from, what country, but that's all. It doesn't tell me who the actual person is from the actual IP. But I think YouTube is working on something right now where they will show each individual person where another person is in the world through their IP. It doesn't matter if it's under a VPN, because the VPN will be, like, bypassed and tracked, and it'll go through to the original person's IP, and it'll be shown on your analytic settings. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but in time, YouTube will be showing real people's IP addresses, not the fake VPN, but the real IP addresses. And I hope that fucking works out, because then we can get more details on these arseholes that are doing this shit and, you know, report their asses. We're not talking about cyberbullying, truth and light, you know, we're talking about something else. You know, there has been a lot of like cyberbullying on here, and a lot of people have actually closed their channels down or gone quiet for a certain amount of time and said they're going to take time out, you know, until this shit stops. But although it's still out there, it has kind of quietened down a little bit, you know, the bullying. No, it's still there. You know, bullying's never going to go away. You know, it's always going to be turned around like that will is, but someone's going to stick their spoke in that will and stop that bullying for a little while, but someone's going to come along and take that spoke out and start it again. And that's what's going on at the moment. I don't really want to talk cyberbullying because, like, you know, this is a channel which I've already talking about, and it's supposed to be like, you know, debunking, you know, equipment, which I've already done. And I'm now going to close the stream down because I want to go make myself a cup of coffee, relax, watch a bit of TV before I go and buy myself some dinner. And I've done what I need to do. I've proved to people that, you know, certain devices can be manipulated and be set off by using a walkie-talkie or an EM pump or a plasma ball. Don't matter what size the plasma ball is, as long as it's giving off that plasma energy, it will react and give falsified responses on certain equipment. And I've also said about, you know, like haunted items, because people will sell stuff on eBay saying that it's a haunted item. It doesn't mean it's haunted. They could be manipulating those items, saying it's haunted, to make a fast buck. Unless they've got video proof and it shows that they're haunted and they've got no other devices around them and they've got no magnets, you know, attached to the dolls inside or outside or whatever, and they've sold a certain amount of items which are supposed to be haunted, they've had a very good feedback, then it is more likely that their haunted items is genuine. But what I don't understand, right, is why would someone want to sell something haunted to another person? Is it because they're fed up with the activity that they're getting and they want to move it on to someone else and let them have the bad luck or whatever? Let them have the experiences, the interactions. No, if anyone was in their right mind and they had a haunted item in their home and they're just giving them shit, the best thing for them to do is take it to the church and give it to the church and let them dispose of it, or you go and throw it in a river or, you know, somewhere and bury it so no one will ever find it, and hopefully it'll stop. But some people want to buy those haunted items to research and do streams and show what activity they're getting. A difference between, you know, what people will do and what they won't do, trying to get haunted items and selling haunted items. So that's another topic I'll probably talk about. Don't know if I do it today or tomorrow, but I'm going to do a little bit of research on certain people that sold haunted items and give you a little rundown on what their viewers or their feedback have actually said about it. Now, people come to me on my channel and say, "Oh, look at that guy, you know, how ridiculously by playing with dolls." I'm not actually playing with a doll. I'm communicating with a possible spirit that may be attached to the doll and trying to find the truth about the paranormal. I'm not actually sitting there with a doll in my lap and going, let's just get one. No, I'm not actually sitting going, this is Cassandra. Cassandra's my little baby. I love her so dearly. And I'm playing her, you know. I ain't got a bottle to feed her with, you know. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to go and change her clothes. Would you like me to show you the new clothes she's got? Shall we have a tea party? That's playing with a doll, you know. I'm not actually playing with it. I'm actually got it here, using it as a vessel, which spirits do use it as a vessel. You know, I'm not saying Cassandra is a real spirit even. But last night on the stream, we was getting activity with the K2 meter. She was giving more hits on the K2 meter than anyone else. And because I've got the K2 meter on now, she might not be ready to talk to me. She'll only be ready to talk to me when she's good and ready. If you think that's playing with a doll, then that's your own opinion. But I'm not playing with it. I'm trying to communicate with a spirit that may be attached to the doll. I'm trying to find out who the spirit is, how old they are, where they came from. It's just general questions like, you know, knowledge. Now, I could be saying to her, like, you know, like, how did you die? And she might tell me how she died. She might have died in a fire or an accident or, you know, got killed, murdered or whatever, you know. She might be telling me that she's happy being in here or she's sad being here. Maybe she hasn't moved on and she wants to move on. Maybe she likes being here and she wants to stay attached to the doll because, you know, there's a load of other spirits here that she might be liking and making friends with. And sometimes, you know, I might buy doll clothes because they say, but, you know, I don't like the clothes. You know, when I'm talking to them, they might say, I don't like clothes. I want some new clothes. If I've got the money, I might go and buy some new clothes for them or swap clothes, you know, with other dolls. I do EVPs, you know, like I can do an EVP recording and ask if she's willing to talk to me. And I might get an audio response on questions. I might not. It's just hit and miss, you know. I'm not saying she's haunted. But last night, you know, the K2 meet was going crazy, as you saw. And it showed that I was getting some kind of interaction with her. But then, again, it might not have been her. It might have just been some kind of electromagnetic energy floating around. It might even be from the sky mirror. I don't know. To you, 100% that every one of the spirit dolls I talk to is really a spirit. It may have something in there, in the doll, when it was manufactured, that may trigger off a K2 meter. Like, you know, it might have something metal inside it. Something magnetic, something electronic, you know, like you get the dolls with the music boxes in. Sometimes a music box doll, when playing the music, can set off a K2 meter. So it's just more like, you know, hope and trust that there is something there, and hopefully that they're good spirits and not negative spirits. I'm not the only one who's got dolls. There's other people with dolls. Rose has got dolls. Kat's got dolls. Travis has got dolls. Simon James has got dolls. There's hundreds of people out there with dolls, which they believe and think is haunted. So, you know. You know, some of the dolls I've got, you know, like messed up hair. Am I going to sit there with a little comb and play around combing her hair? No. You know, I get them as they are. I don't do anything with them. You know, a couple of times I've actually bought new clothes for them because the clothes that they've got ain't all that good. You know, they're falling apart, they're ragged, they're dirty, they smell. No, some dolls, you know, that I've got from the charity shop smells like it's been like in someone's home that was a heavy smoker, and you can smell that horrible smell of tobacco on them, and I don't like that smell. So, you know, I'll either stick clothes in the washing machine and have the dog sitting there naked in the little knickers and whatever. And some of the dogs don't even have underwear. It's just material, you know. And even some of the dogs with material legs have got like underwear on. But if it's something like, you know, really dirty and smelly, I'll stick them in the washing machine, or I'll actually hand wash them with some like very liquid. But if they're like you know, ripped up and ragged, I'll probably like try to find some clothes off eBay and buy them some new clothes. And I've actually bought clothes for dolls, you know, spirit dolls, and they said that they've been happy with the new gear. There's one doll I will go and get. Hold on. Right, this one doll did not have any spirits attached to it whatsoever, and these clothes were not original clothes. Okay, but I do have a spirit here called Leonard, the one from Mitcham Common, who died in the lake about 90 odd years ago, and I believe he followed me home. And I said to him, "Would you like to attach yourself to a doll?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, this one's got no, you know, like no active spirit attached to it. Would you like this one?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Look, you know, the clothes on ain't that good. I'll go and buy some new clothes." I went to a shopping Tooting to buy some clothes for my daughter's baby before she had her baby, and the baby's now 6 months old. And I saw this little outfit, and it was about £5. And I thought, oh, that might fit that boy doll I've got. So I bought it home, and it fits him perfectly. He never even had socks, and I bought him socks as well. So I do look after my dolls. I don't play with them, but I look after them. And, you know, time to time, I'll give them like a little necklace, custom chain. This one's got like a pendulum on, because Leonard said he wanted the pendulum. But, you know, I'm not saying Leonard is attached to this right now. He comes and goes. If he wants to be attached to it, he'll come attached to it. If he don't, he don't. You know, K2 meter. Not getting 8 at the moment, but if I do a stream with him, I might get some hits tonight. If I was to do one tonight or whenever. I did like, you know, I was going to give this outfit to my daughter, but I thought, no, you know, I'd like to put it on P's on his doll. You know, the hair is a little bit messy, but it doesn't really matter because his hoodie covers it up. It's one of the better dolls I've got. You know, I do like this one actually. If I was a young kid, probably like, you know, 8, 9, 10 years old, I probably would be playing with this, because I'm like middle-aged now. I'm not stupid enough to be playing with dolls, you know. Like, I just use them as like vessels, you know. If spirit comes through and they want to attach themselves to something to attach to them, if they want to. You know, I've got like 30 dolls which don't have any kind of attachments. They're just like empty vessels. And if I attract a spirit here and they want to stay around, and so will attach yourself to one of the dolls, you know. But, you know, he does like his clothes. You know, Leonard likes the clothes. You know, so I think he does attach himself to this time to time. You know, some people say, don't dolls creep you out? Well, yeah, they do sometimes. I've got a clown doll, which is on one of them swings. And every time I went in the living room where it was with all the other dolls, it kind of like creeps me out a little bit. Now, I don't like clowns, to be honest with you. But I've got like, would you believe, about 15 clown dolls. Now, why would I have clown dolls if I don't like clowns? Good question. I don't know. It's because like some of the clowns were bought for me. The first ever clown doll I bought was from a charity shop. I got off a bus and I felt like something pulling me, some kind of strange energy pulling me from the bus stop. It dragged me across the road, down like the sidewalk to a charity shop. And as I got to the charity shop, my head just went, and I saw the little Bobo clown, which I had there the other day, one who looks after the female spirits. And, you know, it didn't just drag me to the window, it dragged me to the shop. It felt like a force actually pulling me. And I just went and picked it up and said, how much? He said, £3. Didn't argue, go with the £3. And I brought him home. And I'll show you the one what I'm talking about. So this is the one I'm talking about, Bobo. No, he was in the charity shop just sitting there like that in the window. The first clown doll I ever bought. Why, I don't know. It's just like, you know, being pulled by an invisible energy form. You know, it's like having a rope tied around you and being pulled. And I'm being serious, that's what it felt like. You know, I've been pulled across the road, near enough getting knocked down by a car, walking towards the bank, turning left at the bank, going down the footpath where the shops are. And as I've got to the charity shop, this is me walking down. And as I got to the charity shop, my head just went like that. And I looked down and he was sitting there. And it felt like a voice calling out saying, "Me, you know you want me. I'm a good person. I will never cause you any harm. I promise you that. As once being a human being." I kept getting like weird voices, you know. And then I just got pulled into the doorway over to him. He's saying, "Buy me, please. I'll never give you issues. Buy me, buy me." And I picked him up and I could feel like a really weird vibe. And I just said, "How much?" £3. And paid her. And that's the first clown I've got. And as so I've got about 15 other clowns. And you know, I did a session with him the other night, and people saw him giving K2 meter hits. So, you know. And, you know, he's in charge of all the females. He looks after all the female ones. Some people, like, you know, when they see the clowns, I think, "Oh, I'm not staying here, you know, you're in the clown night." No, I don't like clowns. They freak me out. And I can understand that. You know, clowns freak me out sometimes. And I'll tell you the reason why I didn't like clowns, because the first time I ever saw that movie, It, about a clown, that freaked me out, especially when those kids were in the cave and you see this great big massive fucking horrible monster with a spider. That freaked me. And I said, I'll never watch that movie again. But would you believe, earlier this year, I hunted down on the internet for it and watched it again. And now I can't wait until I see the new It movie, 2017, which is due out, well, now already in the cinemas this month. Now, I'm not going to go to the cinemas. I'm going to wait until it's uploaded on one of the movie sites and watch it on the movie site, you know. And I think that might be more scary than the original one. I don't know until I see it. You know, but clowns do freak me out sometimes. I don't even go to circuses that much. And if I do, you know, like, I won't watch the clowns. I'll probably get up and go and buy something to eat or drink. They're just like weird, crazy kind of like people. I know it's, you know, it's just acting, but they just freak me out, you know. It's like, you know, with other people, like, you know, phobias with spiders. I don't like spiders that much. Some of them I pick up and throw away, but if they're big bastards, I'll whack them and kill them and throw them out. Bees, I don't like bees, and wasps. Everyone's got a phobia to something, you know. I've even got like a phobia of like heights. I've got a phobia with water. You know, I can't swim, but I do magnet fishing. I'm right on the edge of like the River Thames, and that River Thames can be anything from 2 foot up to 12 foot, 15 foot deep. And I know because I've got the, like, you know, a rope, and I'm thinking, well, I'm 5'11", nearly 6 foot, and that's like double the length of the water just by like bringing out, you know, the wet part of the rope. And I'm thinking, well, that's double the length for me. That's like 12, 14 foot. Fucking if I fall in there, I'm going to drown. You know, the only thing I can do is like a doggy paddle. Go off the bed. You know, I've been in swimming pools and, like, you know, I've been able to keep myself above water for a few minutes, but that's about it. I can't hold my breath for more than 20 seconds because I have asthma. And, you know, I had to try to fight some of my phobias. You know, like, you know, the magnet fishing helps me to fight the phobia from being at the edge of the water. But I will not walk across, well, I will walk across the bridge that's got water below it, such as, like, you know, Blackfriars Bridge, London Bridge, you know, the bridge at Kingston. but I tend to not to look down too many times, because that I'm thinking, well, if that bridge suddenly collapses, I'm definitely going to die. So I tend to like try to concentrate and walking, you know, looking in front of me, looking at the people, at the cars. But sometimes my head still kind of like, you know, appears to me left or right. You know, it depends on what side of the road I'm on. And I'm thinking, my God, please do not collapse, bridge. Please do not collapse. And when I've been doing magnetic fishing, I believe that's a spirit called Donald, who died of a stroke, who used to look after the River Wandle River. And he kept it clean, tidy up a bit. I feel like he spirit follows me around. And as I said last night, you know, a couple of times, I thought I was going to fall in that water, but you feel like an energy being around you and pulling you back. And like, you know, I'm not saying, you know, it's like real, you know, it could just be my imagination, but it feels like, you know, if this is Donald, he's probably saved my life at least 4 or 5 times, because I could have fallen in that water several times. But something just like pulled me back, which is really weird. So maybe I've, like Donald, is a spiritual guide, you know, a protector. I don't know. Maybe it's just my mind making me think I'm going to fall in, and suddenly I'm able to like step back. I tripped over my rope the other day and nearly fell in, but something felt like it's pulling me back. And if it ain't spirits, if it ain't ghosts of dead people that we're talking to and communicating with, who the fuck is it, you know? Is it some kind of like creature from another like universe, another like portal, dimension or whatever? You know, when we die, do we go into a different dimension and they can see us but we can't see them? And if we do see them, it's like once in the blue moon, like once in a million chance, and that's why we see them as ghosts. Maybe when we die, we go into a different dimension, and that dimension can be, in one way, effective with ours. You know, maybe they can step in and out of dimensions while we can't. I don't know. It's a topic I'm going to start talking about, because otherwise it's going to go a bit too crazy. I think Rose is actually going to get Kev to build some cabinets, actually, to put some of the haunted dolls in, because, you know, some of them, Rose said, that is giving a bit too much activity. You know, I was going to end the stream, but I might as well carry on for a little bit. You know, how do we know things are really haunted? Well, it's by what we see on TV and on news and, you know, videos, and what we do. You know, if we, no, I've had things happen here. I've had my computer mouse being levitated in front of me. I've had a golf ball in front of me. I've had dolls physically falling down in the kitchen when no one's around. I've had manifestations. I've had orbs flying around, cats chasing things around. So there's got to be something out there, yeah? Now, let's just talk about Annabelle, for instance, yeah? The haunted doll Annabelle. They just bought the new movie out, Annabelle, the beginning, or whatever it was called. I watched that. A good movie. Bit freaky, but a good movie. Annabelle was just a normal doll until a family broke down on the road. It's supposed to be classed, you know, based on a true story, right? Father, mother, child. Just been to church. They on the way home. Car breaks down. Her father, they're all out the car. Her father's trying to like fix the wheel. One of the nuts slips off and rolls in the road. The daughter, which I believe her name was Annabelle, all right, walked in front of the road, didn't realise another car was coming, and got killed. Now, her father actually made dolls, right? He made the Annabelle doll, which you see on videos. Now, for some reason, his daughter attached herself to that doll. And for 12 years, I was getting activity from that doll, believing it was their daughter. So what they done is that they put the doll in hiding. They put it in like a cellar or something, yeah. And after the 12 years, the father and mother, the mother had an accident and she was like bedridden. And not many people have got to see her. So what they done, they opened their house up to the church and allowed to bring in female children in as like adoptions or whatever, you know, somewhere for them to live. And that's when shit started happening. You know, there was one room which was supposed to be locked off all the time, which was the original little girl Annabelle's bedroom. But one of the girls that came from the church got possessed and went around killing people, and the original daughter, father and mother got killed. A couple of the other children from the church got killed. Some of them survived and went on to another location to live. But one of them who got possessed, something went missing, completely missing. And then at the end of the movie, it shows you that the girl that got possessed by the Annabelle doll had somehow been found and was in like some kind of like home and was waiting for adoption. And this woman and this man came in and saw her and said, yeah, we'd like to take you home with us. They pulled out, would you believe, the Raggy doll one. So that's why there's two Annabelle dolls. You've got the Annabelle, the original doll, then you've got the other one, the Raggy doll one. So there's going to be another movie, I'm guaranteeing it. And, you know, the activity only occurs every 12 years. And I think the girl was actually 12 years old when she died. So, being, you know, the movie's classed on real events, apparently, yeah? People who had the doll, right, originally, gave it to particular panel investigators. I can't remember their names off by hand, but I think one of them died. And let me see if I can find it. Hold on, Annabelle. And they put it into a museum. Let me just find them. The Conjuring is a true story. The Annabelle the Creation is based on a true story. I'm trying to think of the people who actually took the doll off them. The Warrens. The Warrens. Now, one of the Warrens, I can't remember if it's the male or the female, one of them's died. But they actually took the doll off whoever owned it originally, yeah, and put it in the museum. Now, things were going crazy with Annabelle, yeah. And when they took it, they put it in a glass cabinet. And things were still going a bit crazy, but not as bad. Then they decided to put a toy, a teddy bear, in with the Annabelle doll. And it's been known by the staff that that teddy bear that was in the glass case, which was sealed, secure, so it can't be blown into or stolen or anything like that, yeah. They've actually seen that teddy bear out on the floor in the building. And they can't understand why, because that glass cabinet is supposed to be that secure that no one can get into it. But the teddy bear has been found lying on the floor. So, images. Right. Oh, I've got goosebumps now. So this is the original Annabelle doll, right? That's the original one. But when on the movie, right, when the little girl was being looked at by the new parents, they actually came in with a doll, being this one. So not only just that one, which was made by her father, is really spiritually active. This one here is also spiritually active, which the new parents brought in with her. And because the little girl was possessed, I suppose the possession of that spirit was able to attach herself to this doll. And this doll has also been known to give a lot of paranormal activity. So you got the two dolls, this one and that one. Oops, hang on. This one and that one. Now, someone on, like, you know, YouTube, I'm not going to say who the name was, right? Apparently, he thought he bought another doll similar to this, which is supposed to be Annabelle's sister. Annabelle never had a sister. And he bought, like, a doll like this, similar to one of these. And he swears black and blue that, you know, he was getting activity. Maybe he might be getting activity, but he never had a sister of Annabelle, because Annabelle never had a sister. And he has not got the original one of these, because the original one of those is in a museum, just like Warren's had them both. Now, would you not think that if Annabelle, for instance, had a sister, and the sister died and was possessed and attached herself to the doll, and that doll was also giving activity, do you not think that the Warrens would have had that doll as well? Hell yeah, they would have done. And the Warrens have got quite a lot of, like, active haunted items. And not only that, there's one other guy who has shitloads of paranormal activity items, and I will show you who that is. Can't think of his name. John Savis. Now, he has an actual museum of haunted items. And this is John Savis. This guy here. He has a shitload of haunted stuff. Now, he's really made his home into a museum with a load of stuff. And that's why he's called the Haunted Collector, because every time he gets a phone call from, you know, people who he doesn't know, you know, residential businesses or whatever, and they've been getting activity, they call him up and say, look, you know, I've been getting activity, can you come around and help us out? And they go and do, like, some kind of research, and they guarantee to find that item or items that are actually causing the paranormal activity in their home. And he removes it and takes it to his home and displays it in his own little museum, being saying like this. That's his museum. So he's got shitloads of different stuff. Masks, hoods, clocks, radios, toys, dolls, all kind of crazy stuff. You know, even like, you know, haunted clowns, dolls, shitload of dolls. There was even one series that I saw, an episode, that's supposed to be very haunted, them two, where someone sent him a box of nearly enough 200 dolls, because they was getting so much activity, they didn't know what doll was causing activity, so they sent him a whole lot. And he's actually got to go through every doll and research every doll to find out what one is giving the activity. If more than one, it could be 2, 3, 4, could be whatever. And his home is full of, like, haunted objects. Now I'm thinking, well, if they are haunted as they say they are, right, does he get so much paranormal activity in his home? Or is he actually, because what he actually does a binding spell on them when he gets them. and he puts like, you know, holy water, sage, and all that kind of stuff on them to keep them bound into those items that he gets, and it doesn't release their energies, so he's not getting shitloads of activity like the other people used to. So he knows what he's doing. But I reckon if he got moan and never like done what he does to each item he gets, his house will be probably rumbling, you know, like a volcano with activity. But he knows what he's doing. And I don't think the guy goes around and says, this, you know, this is the item that's haunted because he wants that particular item. No, it's because when he finds out what item it is, when he removes that item, every one of these like people who have contacted him states that the activity is stopped as soon as they remove the item from their home. So, no, that'd be an interesting topic actually to talk about. You know, the Annabelle doll and haunted collectors. You know, kind of find out what stuff he's got there, which are haunted. I don't think he's ever done an actual episode where he's turned around and said, well, you know, I'm getting activity in my own home by, you know, this, that, or whatever item. But most of them, if he, you know, a lot of them, I'm not saying how many because I, you know, I didn't really look, but if you look on some of those screenshots, let's go back, find one or two. Right. Okay, go back screenshot. Haunted ones that have been known to give off a lot of activity are the ones that have been closed off in glass cabinets. Like that one. You know, you got a teddy bear that's been known to move around, cause a lot of activity. You got another doll there. Things that have caused activity but haven't been known to be, you know, very malicious or dangerous have been like just left open, and he's like blessed them and left like blessed items around, I suppose. You know, you got these ones here. You got like the clowns there. You got like a doll there. Got some more behind that one. You got a couple of like little things there. You got this like Chinese Buddha thing, I think it is. You know, you've got loads of stuff there. Now you've got glass cabinets which have got stuff actually stuffed full of items. No, it's got stuff. Well, no, that's actually the Conjuring, the real Conjuring Museum. That's the Warrens, not Sif's. No, but he's got a lot of stuff put in like glass coverings. That's the Warrens occult. So the Warrens have got like stuff in there. I don't know, that's Sif's or Warrens. But there are people out there who will collect haunted things, you know. And as long as I suppose they know what they're doing, they don't really get that much activity off them. Like protected glass cabinets and cases, and like, you know, done certain prayers and binding them in certain ways, they're not going to get that activity. We've kind of not closed them, but quietened them down, I suppose. But anyway, I'll do a topic on that another time, yeah, because I want to go and get something to eat. I'm hungry. Need to go out and buy some food. And cheers for watching. I hope that, you know, the debunking on the equipment was helpful in one way. If it wasn't, then, you know, ain't my problem. I'll try to do what I can. Please, again, no pinging on my channel. So if I find out that you will be blocked and banned. Welcome to True Life Paranormal as well. I kind of agree with that. What he said in his option, that maybe not others, if spirits do attach to items, they may show different personalities. Maybe they are very loud, or maybe they may be very quiet and just linger. Yeah, I agree there. No, you can get an item, like I said with Rose. You know, she's given me stuff where she said that she's had a shitload of activity, and when I've got them, nothing's occurred. You know, not everyone has been active. Maybe they just didn't like being at Rose's home. They wanted somewhere else to go, and now I've got them. They're happy being here. Maybe they don't like females. You thought that some females might not like being with other females, and like being with men. Some male females might not like being with males and like being with females. You know, there's that possibility. They might be more active in one location, and when they got rid of, you know, they probably might have been active because they don't like that location. Maybe there's other spirits there that they're fighting with, and they just, you know, it's like all that fucking spiritual war over there, you know. But when she sends them to me, okay, sometimes I've got activity of them for, you know, once or twice, and suddenly they kind of calm down. If I'm doing like a session with them, you know, they got their own mind, you know, their own choice if they want to come out and do anything, you know, whether activating the devices or giving some EVPs or talking to us on a ghost box or whatever, you know, kind of thing. You know, let's say Rose had some really weird shit going on and sent them to me, saying, look, I can't handle this one, I feel it's this dull. And when I've got them, nothing. Even with Charlie, she got Charlie in his own coffin. And I showed you that one the other night. I even bought his little coffin out, I think. No, I didn't. I bought Charlie out, but I have got Charlie and his coffin on video. And he was actually locked up in his coffin, just a wooden box kind of thing. And he was stuck behind an estate wall, and they found it. And apparently he was giving off a lot of activity. Rose got him, having a lot of activity from him, but when I got him, I did feel energy coming from him and the box. I gave him the choice of being like a good spirit and calming down. Well, otherwise you're going to be finding somewhere else to go. And what I got from him was that he just wanted to be left alone. He didn't want to be, you know, a spirit who's going to be falsely used to be like as like a clown in the circus. You know, although he is a clown doll. You know, he don't like, you know, proving to people that he is around and he's active at times. If he wants to do it, he'll do it. If he don't, he won't. And I said to him, look, you know, let's come to agreement. If I can give you a spirit doll that may like you, would you be okay with that? And he said, yeah. And I found one which he liked and she liked him, and they've been pretty good with each other. And I've not had no activity from him whatsoever. Sometimes I might bring him outside. Well, if you don't give me some activity, I'm going to shut you back in your box, and you won't see your girlfriend anymore. You know, it's like a fun bit of joke, but you know, he knows I'm joking. And you know, if he wants to give me that activity, he will do. If he don't, he don't. It's like any spirits. If they want to communicate with you, they want to be a part of your stream and give you the activity, and they've got the energy to do it, they will do. If they haven't, then they won't. Because I said to them, look, I'm not asking you and commanding you and demanding you and provoking you to do it. You do it on your own free will. If you can, it'd be great. If you can't, then fair enough. Any of you try and you can't do it, then at least you tried. I'm not going to make you look like you're clowns performing tricks in a circus, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not a person who's going to provoke you and swear at you and cuss you and tell you you're going to leave if you don't fucking do something, because I'm not going to do that. So I reckon if you upset a spirit, you know, in a bad way, you'll get more than you're fucking bargaining for. You know, they could become that evil that they will fuck you over left, right, centre. They make your house like a living hell. They make you ill. They make you vulnerable to pain. You know, they'll scratch you, they'll push you, they'll punch you. And I've had some dark spirits here, which I've been able to, luckily enough, get rid of. I've been scratched. I've been thumped in the back and pushed against the, well, practically enough thrown against the floor. I've had things thrown at me, but because I've got things thrown at me, it don't mean that they're negative. I think that's more playful, mischievous ones, and I think that's more the kids that done it really. So I do have like several children's spirits here, and Mary's actually been seen a couple of times on video live stream. If they want to do things, they'll do it. If they don't, they don't, and I don't force them. It's their free will. They were once human. They had choices. I believe they still have choices in the spirit world. If they want to interact with you, they will do. If they don't, they don't. No, it doesn't mean that every item I get is going to have active haunted presence to it. You know, every time I do get something given to me, or I go and buy something, so I feel that there's some kind of energy attached to it, I do a session with it. I do EVP, Ghost Box, and a Ouija board, and I talk to Abby and ask Abby if there's anything attached to it, and if there is, she'll tell me, and if there is, I'll ask them what their name is, how old they are, where they come from, and possibly how they died. The longer I get all that information, I try to log it down, or I read it out so it's actually logged on audio, video recording, and it gives people the idea of what that spirit person was, how old it was, how it died, maybe kind of what jobs it maybe have done in the past. I'll ask them if they're happy here or if they're sad, if they want to be left alone, whatever, you know. And if that spirit's willing enough to come through and talk to me, then I'll let them come and talk to me. But I've had to have actually had some spirits that I've either brought in through an item, or that's followed me home on an investigation, whether it been residential or cemetery, and I've had some like weird, uncomfortable shit happen, and I've had to do prayers, blessing of the house, you know, saging to get some of the negative ones out. Now people say, well, if you sage your house, doesn't that mean that, you know, and you're doing the house cleansing, does that mean that you're going to get rid of all your spirits? No. What I know and understand is that you only get rid of the bad, negative ones. The good ones, they will still stay around if they wish to, unless they're waiting to be crossed over. Then they'll cross over, and they've got the choice to come back. But they have to earn their rights to come back and stay for a while, whether it be a week, month, a year, indefinite, whatever. They've told me they've got to actually earn their visitations by doing things on the other side, whatever those are. They won't tell you. Might be like, you know, helping some spirits out, might be doing God's work, whatever, I don't know. I won't tell you that information. There's things they got to do though to get that privilege to come down and communicate with us or come and visit, and I don't know what it is. Right, so now I'm definitely going to go, and cheers for watching. Sorry the video's been long again. I am going to go now, James. I just wanted to reply to Truth and Life Paranormal question or comment. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll go to Truth and Paranormal's channel quickly, and I'll subscribe to you, mate. Thanks for dropping in and being part of the side chat. What else have you got on there? He's got a shitload of stuff on here, man. Haunted Dolls Paranormal live stream. Calling Jesus, this is crazy. He's got a shitload of stuff, you know, guys. You need to go and check him out. If you know, go and subscribe to him. He looks pretty cool, but dude, actually. I'm going to be watching somebody's channel later, because I don't think there's going to be much on TV. But I'm going to go and get some food first. Go to the bathroom first, then go and get some food. And chill out for the night and watch some of his videos. He's got some on there, looks interesting, especially the Orkney doll ones. He's got a load of those. Live paranormal string, haunted questions, question answers. Exploring abandoned, what's that one? Black Canyon City dog track. That looks interesting. Exploring haunted antique store. See, one more quick thing, yeah. No, a quick till I've got to go. I do need to go, so I'm busting to go for a pee at the moment. But you don't know what kind of things that you will get from antique stores, thrift stores, car boot sales, charity shops. A lot of my dolls are coming from charity shops, and a lot of them have had some kind of active spirit to them because the dolls have been given away to the charity shop because whoever collected them died, and you don't know if there was a particular favourite or favourite dolls that person may have liked when they owned them. So, a spirit can attach themselves to more than one object, and I believe that's possible. They could attach themselves to several objects, split their energies up, and each object can go to a different part of the world. And you never know, you might be getting that same activity in the UK, while the other person might have another object from the same person who's also getting the same activity. That's a possible thing. I'm going to ask questions like that if I can remember when I do the next Ouija board session. Dolls, they use those because it's a lifelike object. It reminds them as being a human being. And dolls look like humans in one way, although they're plastic and porcelain. But it don't need to be dolls all the time. It can be different objects, pocket watches, clocks, cigar cases, cigarette tins, mirrors, anything, even a bloody audio recorder that has a spirit attached to it. You might go out and get an audio EVP, a spirit on your audio recorder, and when you come home, you think that your house is all clean and protected. That spirit might attach himself to that audio recorder. When you come home, you might have a shitload of like paranormal starting up because you caught his fucking voice on here. He's attached himself to your recorder. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be good. Right, hang on. Yeah, send me a message, from your Gmail, right? I can't pay anything for them. I can't even pay postage at the moment because my funding's a bit tight at the moment. I can't even go out magnet fishing that much this week. So you send me an email to that one, or you can send me an email at that one, or you can do it that one. The third one is one of my main emails, and I definitely will get it from that one. The other two, the Gmail one, I'll get it through there, but sometimes Gmail fucks up. Sometimes my second one fucks up as well, but third one, Hotmail definitely comes through. Send me an email, I'll send you my address, and you can send it to me. That'd be great. Anyone who's got haunted items or things that you think may be haunted or active, and you don't want them because you feel like it's causing problems in your home, let me know and I'll take them off you. So last of all, quick shout outs, and I'm gonna go. Right, hi to Pearl Cope, Ian, James, Hyde, which is Uric, Cosmic Girl, Truth Paranormal, there's 2 Truth Paranormal. I'm seeing things. Yeah, Truth Paranormal 2. James. Truth and Life Paranormal. Dark Wave. No, mate, sorry, I didn't see you coming. Who else? And that's it. Yeah, Yurik is Hyde. Hyde Grand Reletta. I think that's spelled it right. Hyde Grand Letter. He's into, like, you know, other kind of stuff, like, you know, more of the higher kind of like spiritual things, such as like gods, you know, Troy and Tron and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if Tron was a spirit or a god, but you know what I mean. So yeah, thanks. I've got to go. I'm busting for pee. I'll catch you later, guys. I don't think I'll be doing another stream tonight, but if I do, you'll know. I don't think I will. I want to go and check out what's names, Truth and Life Paranormal, and watch some of these videos because they look interesting, especially the doll ones, you know. And I don't, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't really watch a lot of like other people's dolls streams because there's quite a lot out there, but he looks kind of like genuine and he looks like he's got some interesting stuff. I don't know what his name is, but you know, hi anyway, thanks for coming on again to Truth and Life Paranormal. I'll subscribe to you, as I say, and thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch you all later. Definitely going PP time. Bye.